Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel where we hit a red light. Here at the off-ramp to Interstate 15. We have Washington Avenue just ahead of us. So we'll pause it for a moment. And we got the green light there pretty quickly, so that was good. Make this left onto Washington. Here in the historic west side of Las Vegas, as it's known, as it has been designated. And we'll pause it again. Got the green light here. So we'll continue westbound. A lot of dust out there. You can see all the dust flying around in the distance up against the mountains. You can see how unclear the view is between here and there. Usually you can see the mountains nicely on a clear day, but got a lot of wind blowing stuff around, including allergens, so be aware of that. Definitely something to keep in mind. As we continue here in the historic west side of Las Vegas. A lot of history in this area. Feel free to check it out. We'll pause it for a moment. And we got the green light here at H Street. I Street for India. The charger thought I was going too slowly, I guess. So now this is J Street here, where I will make a right. Wow, that Honda didn't even stop. It just went right through. You see that all over town here. So these are the presidential streets here that intersect the letter streets on the west side of town. It's said Sammy Davis Jr. used to hang out over here back in the day. Not because he wanted to. Again, that's history that you can look up online. I had a viewer to ask me to come over here to J Street and Washington. But not seeing anything that looks out of the ordinary, really. So we'll turn around here at Monroe. Look at this guy, or whoever. Lots of homes in this area. Single family homes, that's good. So we'll go back here towards Washington and turn around. Hopefully the homes in this area are owned by homeowners, so they have a vested interest in the taking pride in the neighborhood and all of that around here. Jefferson Avenue here. Come up to Washington one more time. And they paint the traffic light boxes here, all sorts of different murals and stuff. You see one right there on the left corner, on the left I should say. That's on the southeast corner of this intersection here at Washington and J Street. J for Juliet. Passing Morgan Avenue. Come back over here to McWilliams and make a right. A lot of buildings in here that look pretty much the same. That was a big pothole there. Oh, kitty cat. Got a kitty cat in front of us. Reed Street. Yeah, all these homes, all these apartment buildings in here look the same. Get out of the way, little kitty cat. M Street here. N Street, N for November. That'll bring us up here to MLK Jr. Boulevard, where we'll make a left. So the Union 76 gas station over here on the left has regular unleaded for $3.79 a gallon, and the Chevron says $3.89 a gallon. And we have a little tire shop there, right next to the Union 76. Smog, that's another part of living here in Vegas that a lot of folks don't realize. You have to get your car smogged, especially if you come from somewhere that didn't require it. There are 2 out of the 17 counties here in Nevada that require smog testing for your vehicle every year. Those 2 are the most populated. Washoe County up north where Reno is, and down here in Vegas, Clark County. And that's because the reason they only smog in those 2 counties is because the wind is very smart and it knows not to cross the lines of the county into those counties where smog testing is not performed. Very smart wind we have here in Nevada. We come up here to Bonanza Road and the interstate just past it. This is actually Interstate 11 now. Oh, I gotta get over. I'm on a turn lane only. That is Interstate 11 off to the right, Interstate 15 and 11 off to the left, right here. As we come into the southwest area of town now, as demarcated pretty much by the interstates here. The crossing at Interstate 11 and 15, Interstates 11 and 15. Symphony Park Avenue off to the left, and Costco over here on our right. Jade of the Orient, Chinese restaurant, sounds interesting. Township of Derry, D-E-R-R-Y, Public Works Facility. Now what is that about? I've never heard of a dairy. Never seen it on a map either. That's interesting. Metro Plaza. This is the big police department over here for Metro. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. As we come up here to Bonneville and Alta. And cross. And there's an entryway there to the interstate. Interstate 15 south towards LA. This is Pinto Lane. You can see they beautified this roadway in here. Looks a lot better than a lot of the roads we've seen. A lot of trees and shrubbery in there, but there's a water shortage. That doesn't matter. And then you have what looks to be like an off-ramp here, heads to West Charleston Boulevard. UMC Medical Center over here off to the right. That's the big hospital here in town. Of course, there are tons of hospitals here, but that's the biggest one pretty much. As we cross over Charleston Boulevard and remain here on MLK with the interstate right there on our left, Interstate 15 that is. Station here. Fire station 10 in the city of Las Vegas, it says there. This is going to bring us down here to Oakey, O-A-K-E-Y, where we will make a right and head westbound. If you're new to the channel, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers. And it absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks. So please help us out there. So this whole neighborhood over here on our right is completely blocked off. I think there's only one entryway in here. This is the neighborhood where Jerry Lewis's house, former house, one of them at least, used to be. But you can see all the gates they have up here. The city decided to let these homeowners do this and pretty much block it all off. And so it's all blocked off. This is the light at Rancho, which becomes U.S. Business Route 95, north of U.S. Highway 95. Interstate 11 now, as it's also designated. We'll make a right here onto Rancho. right on Rancho. See, it's still a very residential area in here, in these older parts of town. It's interesting to see it like this. This is Edgewood, correction, Edgewood. I thought it said Dogewood. And that'll bring us back here to Charleston Boulevard, where we're going to make a right. $4.29 a gallon for gas, regular unleaded at that Chevron there, it says. And we'll pause it here for a moment. We finally got the green light here at Charleston, so we'll make this right from Rancho. And now eastbound on Charleston. And they have the green stamps, S&H green stamps. Old neon right there in the middle of Charleston there. It's a throwback to the old days here. So you see all the roads in here in this neighborhood that we've been circling, all dead ends. You can't get into it. It's either gated or something. This is really the only way you can get into it in here, and that's off of Shadow Lane. We'll make a right here onto Shadow. Little neighborhood in here. And this area is known as the Scotch 80s Historic Las Vegas neighborhood, as it says right there. And it's actually pretty nice in here, considering it's right next to the interstate. See some of the homes in here. Fortress. But the main attraction up here in this neighborhood is just to our left, where we'll make this turn and show you the house that used to belong to one Jerry Lewis. As you can see, the landscapers they've got out here, whoever the current homeowner is. But yeah, this is where Jerry Lewis lived when he was here in Vegas. There in the shadow of the Strat, right there on the left. Very fascinating Vegas history in there. The interstate is right there with the noise wall. Interstate came through in like 65, I believe, so this probably predates that, I would imagine. I don't think you'd want to live right next to an interstate. But wanted to show you guys this. Really, really cool. Want to thank you all so very, very much for joining. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate you. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, folks.